Welcome to OnBusiness Ottawa. My name is Susan Blaine. I'm your host. We're going to be showcasing Ottawa's business intelligence from the heart. We're going to be meeting some really cool entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things, learn about their ups and downs. So let's meet some cool guests and talk business.
Kevin McCartney co-founded his first company at 23, which is impressive on its own. 7 years later, he sold it to a multinational. He stayed on, fueled by a passion for a quickly developing field of information management systems. 17 years later, in 2012, a corporate restructuring pushed him out the door. He'll be the first one to admit it happens to the best of us. And it hurt. Business process management works. They focus on companies, helping them future-proof while finding efficiencies that save money, personnel resources, and frustration levels. I'm really looking forward to my chat with Kevin McCartney on Going Digital. And we're here with Kevin McCartney with BPM, and Kevin's going to talk to us about Going Digital, which I don't truly understand, and that's why Kevin's here to shed some light. And maybe we can start with what Going Digital really means, because I don't really have any idea. I know it's paperless, but what does that really mean?
Well, I like to actually term it as less paper.
Less paper, not completely eliminating paper then.
We'll never be completely paperless. However, if we can digitize, really what digitization is getting the data. It's not the document or the paper, it's the information that's on the page.
But you said we'll never truly eliminate paper entirely, right?
No, you're going to go to a meeting, you're going to take a piece of paper to a meeting. Information management is available for any size business. It really doesn't matter anymore. What does matter is getting that mindset that, business by paper is not going to work. Storing those assets, okay? That information is a business asset.
Yeah.
Okay, and right now, if you go walk into any business, all of those assets are all over the place. Okay, they might be on your computer, be on my computer, in that filing cabinet, in that filing cabinet. Now, as a business owner, does that seem right? You should store your business assets that sporadically. So folks tend to carry on the way they've always done things, and guess what? It's just not. It's not going to work. We have information at our fingertips. If you need to find information on something today,
and there's more information out there than there ever has been.
There ever has been.
Yeah.
And the problem is that if you don't keep track of it, you won't be able to find it later. And this is what's going on in business today. We need to collaborate more internally. We need to share information, and it's just not easy. The information is more often than not contained in I call them silos inside of the business, and you may not be able to find what I've stored, and I may not be able to find what you've stored,
because you've created your own path that is convenient for you, but it might not be the way that I would have stored information.
Correct. You know what, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And that I see it every single day.
So Kevin, why are you so passionate about digitization? You've been in the industry a long time. You were in the paper industry for a long time until you made the shift.
That's right. I think the real reason behind it is a little bit of frustration.
Your frustration, or what you were seeing out there? Or?
Yeah. It just seemed that it wasn't happening. People weren't, and there are reasons why it wasn't happening. Just the way the market was being approached. Okay.
From the industry, the paper.
That was the biggest frustration. It's an oxymoron, I guess. Where, if you're working with a partner who has a vested interest in
selling you something
that produces paper,
yeah.
Maybe that's not the right fit. And that's really, for a number of years, where the frustration really settled in for me, where, we weren't doing the right things for the customer.
You could see a need, but that industry wasn't satisfying that need.
Absolutely. Passion from that end,
yeah.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, I have been in the industry, the information industry, for a long time.
And you've seen a lot of things.
I've seen a lot of things, and you know what? I often say to my clients that I helped to get you into this paper mess.
So you feel obligated to get them out.
Correct.
Yeah. You were an entrepreneur back at age 23,
That's right.
right? And then you sold to the big guy,
Correct.
worked for them for a while,
Yeah.
saw a need, and then came back and became an entrepreneur again, filled with passion to make a change.
That's bang on.
I admire that.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what we're doing.
That's awesome. So, digitization or going digital is all about doing something better, right?
Yeah,
And there's a great quote, Thomas Edison quote. Can I share that?
absolutely.
If there is a better way,
Find it.
find it. And that's what you're doing.
Value-added reseller like BPMWorks.
Yeah.
And you only have one solution that you could bring to a customer.
It's limiting.
It's very limiting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So best of breed really is we work with the best technology partners in the information management space.
Okay.
First, number one. Number two,
So you have options to
We-
provide to different companies who might have different needs.
correct. The other major component to that best of breed approach is the size of the company.
So what's the sweet spot then?
You know what? As little as 10
Okay,
Okay.
10 users or 10 employees?
employees,
Yeah.
and we go up
that's-
into the thousands. It's really about being smart,
Yeah.
and using technology again to manage your information.
But we're too busy mopping the floor to turn off the faucet.
Exactly. And if you picture that,
I do picture that
Okay.
when I read that.
the faucet is
It
running
makes sense.
in every business.
Yeah. In many areas of our life, that's true too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? We're too busy mopping the floor to turn off the faucet to really focus on what the core, problem is.
Correct. Yeah.